Ask the streets, ask the streets.
I like that one.
These niggas, they gon' hate on me. Yeah, they all gon' fake on me. They went and turned their back on me. So now I'm gon' make them believe. Yeah, I'm gon' make them believe. Yeah, I'm gon' make them believe. They went and turned their back on me. So now I'm gon' make them believe. These niggas, they gon' hate on me. Yeah, they all gon' fake on me. They went and turned their back on me. So now I'm gon' make them believe. Yeah, I'm gon' make them believe. Yeah, I'm gon' make them believe. They went and turned their back on me. So now I'm gon' make them believe. Mind on the milli, real niggas feel me, fake niggas envy. Niggas smile in my face, chill, chill, but still wanna kill me. In the streets, nigga, it's kill, kill, no joking with the semi. And the young die fast, then they ain't get a chance to see a century. They see a nigga go hard and still reject the work. I lift my head up high and let them bless the work. I sit my ass in the studio, ask them bless the church. I understand that.
It was a study that came out, I want to look it up myself. And it was saying that King Tut has Western DNA. It's a King Tut related to half of European men in the world right now. I guess they're saying that's current. And this report came out in August of 2011. Do you know anything about that? I mean, well, I guess I could ask first. Do you respect the DNA tests that they put out there and all of that?
Well, I respect the DNA, but it's also based on like what database they're using. So it's like if you only got like a set base, it's gonna come back and say, well, I just say this. But you look at who's doing the testing now and what the purpose is. I'm gonna pull up a member of his family real quick. His grandmother.
He said he gonna
and you can tell me.
You gotta text that to me so I can put the picture on over this particular part.
But I'm gonna show you a picture of his grandmother. Her name is Queen T.I.
Queen T.I.
I'm gonna show you a picture of her. And you tell me, this is his grandmother. This is his grandmother.
Okay.
Can you see that? Okay, that's his grandmother.
Right.
Okay, he's a son of Akhenaten. This is Akhenaten's mother. So you tell me if King Tut is a black person or he's not a black person.
Well, that looks like a black person to me, but I mean, like, you with some of the people that had this discussion with you, you're gonna have to, like, this DNA test, they're gonna believe that no matter what. There's nothing you can say at this point. I don't believe there's nothing you can say to get these people to understand that people be rigging these DNA things.
But this is the thing.
So why would they do that then?
Because they always want to interject themselves in history. You have to understand what happened to us.
And who wanted to interject themselves?
Anybody that's non-African. Anybody that has a non-African agenda. Because only if you go into any museum, like one day we can go to the Oriental Institute in Hyde Park. Okay? Nobody else could tell a story unless they have us tell it for them. You can't go into any museum on this planet and find a Hebrew art. You might find one Hebrew artifact. You can go to the Oriental Institute right now and you will see 2 Hebrew artifacts at the most. The rest of those artifacts are African and Egyptian. And I say Egyptian just so people can understand. Egypt is part of Africa, but these other people can't tell a story unless they have us to do it. You can walk through the whole Metropolitan Museum, that's the size of Inglewood, and you will find 1 or 2 Hebrew artifacts. The rest of the artifacts that tell these people's story come from Africans.
That's where they do all the digging at.
That's where they do all the digging at. And you see, the thing is, people want to try to disconnect or decapitate Africa and lock Egypt off of it and say, oh, that's not part of that. But this is the thing y'all don't understand. The same science, the same political systems, the same religion, the same technology is the same for every classical civilization.
Right. From
West Africa to Northeast Africa to Southern Africa. Okay, Chancellor Williams wrote about that. They all had the same systems. Okay. So you can't lop off Kemet and say, well, that's by itself. It's not. Like I told you before, it's the last of the great classical African civilizations. And so we putting out some stuff that's gonna kill that once and for all. You can't cut off Egypt and say that's it. Egypt is the last of the great Nile Valley civilizations.
So I guess what I'm getting at then, how do you debunk this? information that they put out there about King Tut's DNA.
I mean,
because I don't believe it personally, but the system, and they've been, I guess, approved and peer reviewed, and they was able to put this information out as factual, and so that's how people understand things nowadays, right? And I'm always a skeptic of this thing, because I say to myself, well, these are the same people been lying to us forever, and so I'm a little skeptical of it myself. But it's out there. It's factual information that they say, or they call it factual information, that King Tut related to half of European men. You know what I mean? So
I don't know what the article is you're looking at.
I'm looking at. It's a couple of articles. So that's what I'm looking at. It's King Tut's DNA is Western European. King Tut was Western European according to DNA results. So it's like humansharefree.com.
Yeah.
Times.net.
If you look at the bottom of that, do they have? If they have any sources, we could backtrack that and see what their source is for that.
Discover magazine. I'm just looking at the
yeah. Because like it was another article that came out recently that was saying the oldest people are from Europe, and then if you get to the very end of the article, it says, well, no, you know, it's not true. But the headline sucks you in, like,
right.
You know. But if you look back, let me see if I can. Well, I just tell people right now.
Okay, so you said I'm probably looking at a pseudo article or something. Is that what's going on? Because it might be true. That might be the case. Then.
Well, he doesn't have a European origin, but you have to understand what Kemet actually is. Okay, it's the doorway to Africa. It's the first place you get to if you're walking from Asia into Africa. So and then it's at the edge of the Mediterranean. On the other side of the Mediterranean is Europe. Yeah. So it's what you call the delta region, and the upper part, the lower part of Kemet is like an area of confluence. And so you have race mixing going on. You know, it's just not possible for you to not mix with anybody.
Right.
But it's a classical African civilization. If you look at the people that's watching this, you can look up the Narmer Palette. Okay. He's the first ruler of who combines upper and lower Kemet. When he's coming up from the south, he's probably a Cushite, and he has on all the regalia of what you would call a pharaoh. He has on the crown of Upper Egypt before he even gets there. Okay. You know, he's already an African ruler at that point. So he's bringing that same technology, that same political system with him. It's not any different. So he goes up he goes down in the lower Kemet, and then it's a transitional government, but it's the same government. It's just a different face on it. Okay. And so you can look at all these artifacts, and it's just showing you time and time again that everything that you see in the Nile Valley originates from the south.
And so, okay, one more time, I don't want to be redundant with it though. So why do you think this type of information would be put out there? Who would want to take this information and misconstrue it like this, and how the people just not? And when we dealing with the DNA, the argument is saying that the people, the black American and the blacks in America don't have the DNA of the Egyptians. Is this like does the DNA matter? Or?
Well, me and you are probably more than likely 95% probably from West Africa. Okay. Okay, there's probably little chance that you have a lot of DNA from, you know, the eastern part of Africa. It's just not. It's just not sensible. We're probably most of us here are West Africa. Okay. They were kidnapped and brought over, and we're West African people, basically. Right. You know, but like I said, our relationship with Kemet is because it's the most spectacular looking part of it, and then people want to attack it because they want to attach themselves to it. You know, just like when you watch a movie and you see Christian Bale playing a pharaoh or Charlton Heston, they're attaching themselves to it. Right. And like these religions are attaching themselves to Africa.
But is everybody doing that?
I mean, everybody that's not...
Like even the West African, wouldn't they be attaching themselves to Kemet like that the same way that the European doing it?
Well, the West Africans have never denied that they get a lot of stuff that they got from the Nile Valley Africans. It's the point of origin. Okay, if you got a super highway that's 4,000 miles long that goes from south to north, you're gonna be on it. Okay, and there's constant, and people don't think. People always imagine people staying in one spot. If you're in one spot, you're gonna be in one spot forever. Right. But it's not. People walk out, they come in. It's just like us. I might go to Cleveland next week. I might go to France, but I'm coming back. You know, some people leave and never come back. Some people leave and come back. Some people go somewhere else and come back. It's not no different. You know, so we can't think of like a West African person as being a person that's static. Okay, now we could, if you look at the book Black Genesis, Robert Barber breaks down how the Africans had built oases across the desert with water and stuff in it. So you can go from the east part of Africa to the western part of Africa without dying in the desert. Okay, and so they rigged this up, and then there's all kinds of historical records of when like Queen Hatshepsut took a journey to Puani. Okay, they were traveling, they were communicating and stuff like that. So it's just not one area. And like I said before, Chancellor Williams broke it down how all of these systems were the same across the entire continent.
If you have questions that you would like to ask the streets, contact us at askthestreetsmedia@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe. Hope you liked the video.